first to kick off this event. And, okay, Charlize is showing me the counter, right? The countdown. I'm so happy to be here. And maybe I will share just a little bit of background because probably most of you don't know much about me. And I wanted to really capture the essence of what would matter to you, what would be relevant. And I talked to Jackie a little bit, like, what do you think is most needed? What topics do you want covered? And then Kimber did us a great benefit by sending around your comments, like what some of you are here for, right? And that's incredibly helpful to know what your intention is, what you hope to get out of this. And so before we move into anything else, I want to just have you put all the chatter out of your mind and just kind of bring yourself here. Whatever excitement or anxieties there were with getting here, if your power was out last night or any of those other things, just bring yourself here for a second. And ask yourself that question again, why am I here? Why are you here? How many of you know really clearly why you're here? And how many know what you want to get out of this? Yeah. What I know is that we will have a collective transformation, and that beautiful women and men that walk out of this room will be different, and they will be changed. And that change can last forever. So I'm so honored to be here and to be kicking off this telesummit. The topic that I selected, I want to read you the whole topic because it's pretty comprehensive, and it has to do with both the inner and the outer aspects of what we do. Let me read this to you. Oh, wrong page, wrong page. So, create a successful business that is congruent with who you are, your business, your way. Learn how to keep all areas of your life flourishing by tapping into your intuition, your unique gifts, and value system. Create a business that supports your life. Whoa! That's some big stuff, isn't it? So let me give you a little bit of background, what I'm drawing on. I've been a part of this unique and wonderful business for 23 years now. I started as a single mom who abhorred network marketing. And I found, for me, the right company at the right time. It resonated. I canceled a teaching contract. I'm a junior high school music teacher. And I was all slated to go back and teach school, and begrudgingly so. I had kids that were 5, 4, and 2 years of age. I didn't want to leave them. I didn't want to miss their growing up years. And I knew that the school teaching thing was probably not going to enable me to give my kids the kind of life that I wanted to give them. But I needed to make money consistently. The opportunity happened at the right time, in the right way. I jumped in with both feet. I canceled the teaching contract. I didn't have a mentor. I didn't have an upline. I just jumped in and figured it out. And I can promise you I made more mistakes than I did right things. I had no money. Well, the situation, no money, no previous experience, 3 small kids. Now, how many of you have heard anybody use even one of those as a reason not to do the business, right? But I chose that my kids would be my reason. My kids would be my why. And so I just jumped in. The very first meeting I ever did, I had 4 people there. 2 joined, and I thought, this is it. I can see it. Ratios. This is my output a day. And so the next week, I invited twice as many people. I thought, this is good. 4 people are going to join me this time. No one came. No one came to the meeting. And I went to a movie. But those early days, I know that every one of you can resonate with this because it makes you wonder, even if you've got really good vision and very good belief, it makes you wonder, is it me? Am I missing something? Or is it just that nobody gets this, right? There are those days. I remember driving sometimes 2 and 3 hours to do a meeting and no one showing up. And I would say to the gal, do you have anyone coming? Is anyone coming? And she said, oh, I'm so sorry. I invited 3 people. 2 of them could not come, but one of them just barely called and said she wouldn't be able to make it. So all of those initial days of dues paying, and keeping moving, the upshot of all of it is that I did whatever it takes, whatever it took at the time. That decision that I'd made was so solid that I was willing to do whatever it took. And in some cases that took sleeping in my car because I couldn't afford to sleep in hotels at the time. I remember driving to California and getting ready to go to a home meeting, and I just found a well-lit hotel parking lot. I'd driven 9 hours, I slept in my car, I went into the gas station, this dates me, curling curlers in my hair, and got dressed and went off to do a meeting. And maybe there were 7 people there, you know, and 1 or 2 of them joined. So it was there. I just want you to know that there are a lot of thankless times, and there are times when you wonder, you know, and the times when you would doubt yourself for a minute. But someone was interviewing me the other day, and they said, how did that make you feel sleeping in your car? And I know they were looking for an answer different than I gave, because the answer is, I didn't think about it. I didn't think about it. I wasn't bemoaning my situation. I just knew I'd made a decision, and so I was willing to do whatever had to be done, and I was going to get to California because they told me they'd have people for me. So how was I going to get? I had to drive. Well, once I was there, I had no money, so what am I going to do? Sleep in my car. I just didn't even think, oh, poor me, I have to sleep in my car. I was just willing to do whatever